everybody, I'm Freda Stauffer, and I have a video for you today. I made a leftover rice dish for my kids to eat for lunch today, and then I tackled the challenge of making caramel popcorn after the big fail when I tried making Gordon Ramsay's caramel popcorn. I made the one that my mom taught me when I was a teenager, and I don't remember having any trouble with it or worried about it burning or anything back then. So I found that old recipe in the old cookbook I used when I was a child, and there you can see the difference between what happened with Gordon Ramsay's recipe and what happened with the old family recipe I used.
It was delicious.
I'm recording, sweetie. Oh, okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I fried little finely chopped onions in there. Now I'm frying the potatoes. This is a very large baking potato, and I'm chopping it in here. Frying it in here because next I'm going to add some hot links, some halal hot links that I sliced, and then I'm going to add the leftover rice from yesterday to make kind of a hash for the kids for lunch. This is a leftover rice dish you can do with leftover rice besides just warm it up.
Why are you recording?
Okay, potatoes have cooked. Now I'm going to add the, yes, they stick a little. That's normal with this kind of pot at least. Maybe if the non-stick pots wouldn't stick like that, but I need to turn it down a little. Now I'm going to brown off the sliced hot links. They're like a spicy kielbasa or something like that. Good. So that's going to cook a little bit before I add the rice. Okay, it's about ready for the rice. Nice. This is the leftover rice from yesterday, so I'm going to go and add that in to the, I guess I'm going to call it leftover rice hash. Break it up a little and then add it in. Yep. That's it. All done. Ready to be consumed. Yes, I'm popping popcorn beside it, so that's what you're hearing.
Let's go! Ollie, quit. We know you beat Minecraft, okay?
So how is it?
I don't know. I didn't taste it.
Okay.
Oh my god. Good.
Good?
This is probably the happiest one.
Okay, that's my topping. I put yogurt. It's organic Greek yogurt, plain. I topped it with that and some kimchi. I'm adding kimchi to mine. It's so good. That's a spicy little hot dog. How is it?
Mm-hmm. Good.
Good? You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I found a recipe in the Mennonite cookbook that I have had for years. It's a Pennsylvania Dutch cookbook. It's lost its jacket, and I've had it for many years. And when I was a child, my mom had one just like it, only with a different binding. I bought this one in 2003 or 2004 or 2005 at Wegmans in Pennsylvania. And it was $7, I think. And I had to pick it up because it's the same cookbook my mom used when I was growing up. And after I failed on making Gordon Ramsay's caramel popcorn, I kept thinking about the recipe I used to use when I was a child and thinking, I never burned it. I was 16 or 17 years old and my mom taught me to make caramel popcorn and I never burned it. I couldn't fathom why I burned this one that I was trying to make from Gordon Ramsay's. So I went through the Old Mennonite cookbook and I found this recipe. And I'm going to try again with caramel popcorn, only this time I'm going to use the recipe that I must have used when I was growing up. It asked for sorghum molasses, but you can use any molasses. I'm going to use dark corn syrup. Or I was thinking that I could alternatively use maple syrup. But for this time, I'm going to use corn syrup because it's cheaper in case I fail or something. And I haven't made it in so many years. But this one is real easy. I mean, it was easy to me from what I remember. It wasn't hard. I didn't worry about burning it too much. So it gets sorghum molasses, or I'm going to use my corn syrup. And it gets sugar. It gets a teaspoon of vinegar. It gets 2 tablespoons of water. It gets a tablespoon of butter, baking soda, and popcorn and peanuts. So you mix all the ingredients together except for the last 3, and then you boil it together until it reaches the hard ball stage when you drop a drop of it into cold water. So that was how I tested to see whether it was ready or not when I was a kid. So now I am planning to recreate and relearn this recipe from my childhood, because I failed with Gordon Ramsay's recipe and I'm scared to try it again. I don't want to burn and waste ingredients. And this one was so much easier because I was able to stir it. I was able to, test it with a hard, by dropping a drop of it into cold water to see if it's ready. I didn't have to guess at it or anything. So now this is how I'm going to do my next. I'm going to keep working at it until I perfect it, because the kids love caramel popcorn. They love all kinds of popcorn. But now and then for holidays, they need a special caramel popcorn recipe for a treat. So wish me luck. Okay, I've set up the popper, ready to go. There's the corn oil and the popping corn. I buttered the bowl that I'm going to put the popcorn in after I pop it. And I have put cooking spray on this giant tray that I'm going to pour it out on after it has caramel on it. When I mix it with the caramel, I'm going to spread it out so it can be in a thinner layer to cool. Now here, I'm going to pour in the popcorn, and then after the caramel is ready, I'm going to pour the caramel over the popcorn and a caramel. I'm going to stir it around in here quickly, and then I'll spread it out on the other tray. But first, I'm going to cook the popcorn and make the caramel. I'm starting this caramel off with putting the butter in the pan and the water, 2 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon of butter. Ouch, I need 1 cup of sugar and a cup of the molasses. Now this is a little bit hard to do one-handed, but my kids broke my tripod. I need a new tripod. Okay. Here comes the sugar. And this time I'm not using brown sugar, I'm using cane sugar. I thought maybe that brown sugar was too syrupy, too sticky. choose something to make caramel with because maybe that's part of the reason it burned. Or when I make Gordon Ramsay's recipe. So I'm just using what I have now, and I changed out the sugar so I don't have to take that risk again. I don't want to waste ingredients, but this one was so easy.
Mom, have a video.
So in goes the molasses, and then the last thing will be the vinegar. Just gets a little vinegar. Let me turn that down. I don't want it cooking too fast. There. All right. In goes the vinegar. Just a teaspoon. Easy, guys. There. Now, I'm going to go on and make the popcorn while this cooks. And I'm going to test this. And I don't have to cook it. Stir it a whole lot in the beginning. Okay, I'm going to have to check this a few times and see if it has reached the hard ball stage. Over here, I prepared some ice water to make sure the water is cold enough. And when it reaches that hard ball stage, then I add the half a teaspoon of baking soda to the caramel. Okay, I put a little drop in there. See, it's not a hard ball yet, but it is maybe, no, it's not soft ball yet either. It just needs to cook. Keep cooking until it forms a hard ball and I can make a ball out of it. Okay, it's moving quickly now. It's forming a soft ball. Like I can roll it together in a soft ball.
Can I mix it?
No, don't mix it too much. Okay. You mix it more near the end. So I'm checking this about once every minute to see if it will form a hard ball in here.
Smell it, like inhale it through your mouth.
Yep, I think it will make a hard ball and not sticky. Yep, it's not going to be sticky. It's going to make a ball. Nicely. Now time to add baking soda and turn the heat off. Okay. And it starts to bubble and froth. Wait, I'm supposed to turn the heat off. Okay, the heat's off. Now, we just have it gently stir. Now, in it goes into the popcorn. All right, I'm going to have to put you down while I pour. Mama Alia, or Mom Hussein, I'm not sure which one.
Well, is it okay for Fish? It's up there with him?
Okay, there it is. Perfect. Perfect. I'm so happy. Now I'm just going to let it cool here. And after it cools, we break it apart. The recipe asked for peanuts, but I did not add peanuts this time. I'm going to wait. Since I found my old recipe again, I'm going to wait and use peanuts next time because I thought that would be bigger waste if I messed it up. Yes, the kids are going to try it now.
I know.
Oh my god.
How is it, kids?
Oh, hold on, record me doing it. Record me trying it.
How can I popcorn you?
Okay, so I'm trying this. It looks better than Gordon Ramsay's.
Looks better?
Try it.
Well, his was turned very black.
Record me trying it. And gonna try this big. And it is better than Gordon Ramsay's.
Wow. Wow, guys. Well, I got inspired because the kids inspired me to try Gordon Ramsay's recipe. And when that was a fail, I needed to prove to myself that I did do this before.
Spicy stuff.
And I can still do it.
They're not spicy.
Whoa,
Very good, huh?
spicy.
Oh.
Hanging from his mouth.
Hey, you have a fun.
Good, very good recipe.